Okay, good afternoon to everyone. I welcome you all for this semester. So, I am Vinod Raj. So, I am going to handle the subject AE 8501 Flight Dynamics for this semester. So, next we are enter into our subject. So, before that, we want to know what we are going to learn from the subject. So, we need to get that awareness, so then only we can study the subject in a fully manner. So I'm going to show you. So first one, flight dynamics, that is our subject. You already know that is flight. It's a machinery we are used to travel from one place to another, or we can transfer the goods also. So that machinery we are call it as a flight. Next one is the dynamics. So based on that operating conditions, the vehicle will change the position. So during that time we need to control that vehicle. So I am going to give you one example. We are in a position that is capital A. We need to travel from capital A to B. So we are in position of A. We want to travel to the distance of capital B. So we are tracking the path must be a straight line. So then only our vehicle will operate in an economic manner. Due to the weather condition, the vehicle start to change the path based on weather. So during that time we need to control. So how we can control the vehicle, that is the flight dynamics. So next we move to definition. So flight dynamics, it is a science of air vehicle, that is our flight. So we are going to study that vehicle and we need to control that vehicle so that our vehicle will travel in our desired path. So that is the definition of this subject. So it is science of air vehicle, orientation and control in a 3 dimensions. That means lateral and longitudinal based on our places. So next one, how we can control that vehicle. So in our flight, so we have 3 axes. So first one will be a yaw axis. Our flight will turn left or right. So based on this yaw movement. And next one, pitch. So pitch axis, which is used to take our vehicle up or down. And next one will be a roll. We need to turn the vehicle in the left side or right side. So based on these 3 parameters, then only we can control our vehicle. So next important point, that is center of gravity. So all these 3 parameters like pitch and roll and yaw will be controlled with the help of CG location. CG you already know, that is a center of gravity. So next one, components and its function. Why we need to study? We want to know well versed in about component and functions. So then only based on our current situation we need to know which component we need to enable to control that effect. So that only I am going to explain once again to you. So first one, cockpit. So in this cockpit we are sending signal to the components, whether it is working, we need to control that effect. So that commands will be sent by the pilot in this room. And second one will be a fuselage. So in this location we are going to seat n number of peoples or n number of goods, so based on our weight. And next one, slats. So slats it is used to furtherly increasing the lift. And next one, secondary device, that is a spoiler component. So it is used to change the lift. So based on resultant force, it can control the vehicle. And next one, drag and roll, also we are controlled with the help of spoiler. And next one, aileron, it is used to take a rolling moment. And next one, flaps. So flaps, it is used to develop the lift and control the drag forces also. And next one, elevator. So it is used to change the pitch, whether our vehicle need to climb up or need to down. So it can control with the help of elevator. And next one will be a rudder. So we can change the flight path in a left side or right side based on the rudder. And next one, rudder, elevator, so that is located with the help of stabilizers. So based on the location, horizontal stabilizer, vertical stabilizer. And next one, winglets, it is used to decrease the cross section area of the wing, so that we are reducing the drag. And next one, wing. So major part of this vehicle will be a wing. It is used to generate the lift, so then only flight will start to climb from our ground. And next one, most important point, that is turbine or engine. So in this engine used to produce the thrust effect, so that we can travel from one place to another place. So engine play a very important role. So next we move to objective. Why we need to study, that is the objective. So in this subject you are going to evaluate the performance of a airplane based on the various conditions. Based on the weather conditions, the performance will be varied. So what weather it may be, there is no air in that flight path, how it will behave. If we have sufficient quantity of air, and how it will affect it. We are having enormous speed of air, so how to control that vehicle. So the performance we are going to study. And next one, static and dynamic response. Steady level flight, there is no parameter affect the flight performance, but in the dynamic response, based on weather conditions, it will be affected. If it is weather may be a bad, we need to operate some more time, or some more energy, some more fuel we need to supply, so the performance will be decreased. So based on that we need to evaluate. So these are all the important point we will get from this subject. Once if you are studied this subject, what you can do in our real-time conditions, that is the outcome. So first outcome will be you can know or list out what are all the forces or moments act on your flight. So in this slide you can see lift, weight, drag and thrust. So in this vehicle it have 4 forces. So you are going to place in a company, you can list out based on the flight performance. You need to list out what are all the forces act on your vehicle and what are all the moments it will create. So then only you can form a governing equation, then only you can solve a problem. So next one, drag forces. The flight speed that is affected by the drag. So once the surface will be affected in a aerodynamic air, so the drag will be created. So we need to study about that drag. And next one, you can list out the thrust performance and power, specific fuel consumption, velocity and altitude. So based on the weather condition, how it will vary. So we can estimate from this subject. And next one important parameter will be ISA, that is International Standard Atmosphere. So based on the atmosphere, we need to identify the power quantity. Second outcome will be a based on level flight, that means steady level flight, and minimum drag, minimum power. So what are the parameters we need to look at? So that parameter we can get it from the outcome. And next one, VN diagram. So VN diagram you already know, we are going to study. V indicates velocity, N depends on the load. So this is a important parameter in this subject. That is the second outcome. And third one will be a stability. So based on the operating parameter, so based on this parameter, flight will start to rotate or roll. So we need to control that. So that is the stability concept we can learn from this subject. So that stability depends on lateral, longitudinal and yaw. So that's also we are going to study from this subject. And next one, a dynamic. So based on the operating conditions, it's also affected based on touch, roll, yaw effect and roll effect. So these are all the outcome you can get it from this subject. And next one, textbook. In your syllabus they are giving 3 textbooks and 4 reference books. So I have all the books in a PDF form. I will send it to you. So this is our info about this subject, AEA 501 flight dynamics. You have any doubt, now you can raise up questions. Otherwise we will move to next part. Thank you.